This is a demo of my Google Summer of Code 2018 project. So my task was to make an online XML editor using which the users can edit the SPDX licenses. So when you go to this editor, you are provided with 4 options to give XML input. Either you can copy paste your XML text here, or you can upload your XML file from your local computer. Like if you want to upload this file, you can select it and open it, or you can write the license name here. Like if you want to edit the Apache license, so you can write the Apache license name and select any of those. Or if you want to make a new editor, so you can choose this option. It will provide you with a template and you can edit it further. So let's say I go with this option, license name, and I want to edit the AML, this one. You can choose any. So what this will do is it will fetch the license from the GitHub repository. So this is the repository where all the licenses are stored. So here are all the licenses. So as I have typed the AML license, so this code, this XML text is pulled from this XML file here. So when you enter the editor, you are provided with these 3 options. So first one is the text editor. So text editor includes all the features that a standard text editor should have. So you can increase or decrease the font size. You can beautify the text. This will auto indent the code. So if I beautify it, so as you can see, it has corrected the indentation and removed all the white spaces. If you want to do editing in full screen, you can choose this option. So this will enter the full screen. In the editing part, you can type the names of the tags. So it also has this auto suggestion feature. When you type, it suggests you what tags you can enter here. So crossref, it also has this auto closing feature. Like I typed this closing bracket, so it auto completed this crossref tag, and you can type any text inside this. So I have typed, let's say I want to include another tag, so I can choose any of these, and if I close this, it will auto close, as you can see. You have also get this code folding feature. So let's say if you don't want to work on this crossref section, you can close it using this button. So it is closed, right? And if you don't want to work on this P, you can close this, and like if you can open it if you want to work on it. So these are all the features, I guess. And also it has this trailing space indicator. So if you have any trailing space, it will show these with a red, highlight them with a red color. So next is the tree editor. So what tree editor does is it takes all this XML text and converts your XML text into a tree format. So the main motive behind this tree editor was to make the XML formatting beginner friendly. So let's say if a user wants to contribute and does not have much experience with XML editing, so he can use this editor. and you can do anything, almost anything with this editor. So if you want to, let's say, add a new attribute, you can do this by clicking this button. Attribute, so the attribute is added here. You can delete the node. If I don't want this spdx.org node, so I can use this delete button, and it will ask for a confirmation, and so this node is deleted. You can edit the license attribute values also. So if I want to edit this, so I can click on this, and so the value has been updated. It also has this folding feature, so you can expand and collapse the tree. You can also edit the values inside the tags. So let's say if I want to remove this, you can also add the child nodes. Let's say we can have a crossref inside a crossrefs tag, so add child node. And create child, so a node has been added here, and I can add a value, some value to it. So the value has been added, and if I go back to the text editor, so all the updates has been made here also. So I added a new attribute, so the new attribute gets appeared here, and this crossref node also appears here. So what all changes you made, they'll reflect, like these editor are synced, so if you make changes in one of the editor, they'll be updated in the other editors also. So next is the last one is the split view. So currently my XML is invalid because, and if your XML is invalid, so it will display an error, and what is the error, it will also display that. So duplicate attribute, it is displaying this error, duplicate attribute. So you can see that we have two name attributes. So if I delete one of these and go back to the tree editor, so now it displays the tree editor. Split view displays both the text editor and the tree editor side by side. So the main motive behind this was to, like, if a user wants to use tree editor for editing, and he at the same time he wants to see how the changes are reflected in the text, so he can use the split view. These are also in sync, so if I make any changes here, so let's say I delete this, so node is also deleted here, and let's say if I delete this also, so node is also deleted here. So these are also in sync. Other than that, you have this 4 features. So download is, let's say you have edited the XML and you want to download it to your local computer, you can download it using this button. Generate diff will show you all the changes that you have done since the beginning of the document. So I have removed this tag, so it is displaying in red, and I have added these lines here, so it is displaying in green. So what all I delete, it displays in red, and the text that I add plays it in green. This is the diff feature. Validate feature, so we have this license XML schema here, schema. So it this validate button validates this XML text against that schema, and if it is valid, it will display valid, and if it is not valid, so it will display an error. like it is currently now displaying expected some missing child elements, so it is expecting a cross ref inside cross ref stack, so that is why this XML is not valid. So if I add this, and I validate again, so now it is valid, so it is displaying XML is valid against SPDX license schema. Submit changes, this is an interesting feature. So when the user has done editing his XML license and now he wants to get his changes merged inside this license XML repository, so he can use this submit changes button, which will automatically make a pull request on the behalf of the user. So let's click on this and see what it does. So it will ask you to authenticate with the SPDX GitHub app. So let's confirm this. So now I have logged in with GitHub, so it is showing my username here, Tushar, and now if I click on submit changes button again, so it will ask for some information, branch name, what branch I want to create in my Fort repository. So let's say demo branch, update with upstream master. So this is useful, let's say if a user has forked the SPDX license repository for some time, and it is his fork repository is behind some commits from the master repository, from this original repository, so it will update his fork repository with this license, the original SPDX repository. So file name, because we entered the license name in when we were giving the on the first page, so it is displaying the file name AML. Commit message, this is the commit message which will be used. Pull request title and pull request body. So I have given all the information. Let's create the pull request. Hopefully everything works fine. So what it will do is it will create a fork if you don't have one. It will fork this repository, then it will create a branch, then it will take all your changes and make a commit with it, and then it will create a pull request. So it was successfully made, so it is giving a link to the pull request here. So I can open this and you can see body 123, this is the pull request body, this is the test PR, and this is my demo branch, and my commit message is demo commit. So my pull request has been successfully created. So this feature automates and makes it easy for new contributors to contribute to the SPDX license list XML repository. So this was the main motive of the project. If you have, you can also use this for editing XML documents, and if you find any bug, feel free to open an issue in the you can find all the source code for this XML in this repository SPDX online tools. Currently it is not merged in the master, so you'll have to switch branch to XML editor and you'll find all the source code there in the source repository. So if you find any bug, feel free to open issues there, and if you want to contribute, you can also contribute to SPDX online tools. It is a Django based project and includes some JavaScript and CSS as well. So that was my GSoC 2018 project. Hope you liked it.